what I want you to really, really pay attention to. Because sometimes when you speak to the devil, he's not going to move the first time. So you have to elevate your voice in more of authority. You know, I mean, you ain't got to go, no. Just elevate your voice just like you're speaking to a child. That's the anointing of kings and priests. It has to do with relationship and a position of authority. And the authority is based on the tone of your voice and the confidence in your heart. Is this devil going to obey me? Will it come out or will it not? And then you're trying to do the way that I'm teaching you, and then it ain't working, and then you shift right back to the traditional way. And when you do that, you get all in the emotional about it and all that kind of stuff. And you still end up with no result. Because you think the person, because sometimes that spirit will slip back into a person and you think they're delivered. He will actually have them speaking in tongues. And you say, well, thank God they're delivered. And then the next week you're like, what in the world? I thought they got delivered. No, he fooled you. Because he got tired of you messing with him. So he gave an appearance of you thinking that they were. You'd be surprised. My God, how many times that happened? I go, you lying spirit, you ain't free.
I spoke on a sermon titled "Whose Prisoner Are You?" I was talking about when Paul became a prisoner of Jesus Christ, and then I said the devil knows who's in church playing, and he will play with you as long as you want to play. But when you get serious, then he'll leave you alone. And then I asked the question, whose prisoner are you? Are you the devil's or are you?
Oh, you God. That's good. Listen.
A few minutes ago, you said when you when you're telling the devil to come out, you mentioned, now you're not supposed to, when you do that, you shouldn't be doing it with a I wonder if attitude. You should be doing it with faith enough and belief enough, because the words say that you should do greater things than Jesus did. So when you speak it and say it, you do it knowing that it is. And if it don't happen right then, it ain't because it couldn't happen right then. So you still got to hold on to that faith. That if it be God's, well, we talked about that.
I ain't had to say nothing. They get me to get you.
We talked about that in another class. About saying, if it be your will. We shouldn't go there with that if. Okay, so I'm going to hush and let you keep over.
Okay. You speak to your granddaughter. You're talking to her and you're trying to correct her. And she starts laughing at you. And then you raise your voice even louder. And she's still laughing. Why?
Because she ain't had it down 911 yet. No. Say that again.
You speak to her and you tell her to sit down or shut up or do something, and she laughs. And then you get even forceful and she even laughs more. And it's almost like, they may even say something like, oh, granddaddy, or poppy. Right. Why? Yes, definitely not taking you serious, but there's something else that's missing.
She don't believe
That
there are consequences.
Yeah,
But I've already raised my voice louder.
Yeah,
Say it, so
you're screaming and hollering. She's still laughing. What did you say, Joyce?
They don't respect your authority.
don't respect. That's why she laughed. Because there's no reverential fear. And that's what the enemy does to us when we don't have that place with God. He knows it. So therefore he don't even respect you. Yes, sir.
The other week, I shared this with Joyce. We've read this several times before, and it was made alive in me here that Jesus, who was the first begotten from the dead, and in the 19th chapter of Revelation, where it says that he has on his robe and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And I said, who is he king of? And who is he Lord of? To call them kings and lords. And I said, that be us. That he is the king
of kings.
Of the king.
Yes, yes.
And he is the Lord
King.
of a Lord. And if he calls me that, then where am I operating at?
Yeah.
Where am I operating at? You know, where's my thinking, realizing what he's already called me?
Yeah.
That's good.
Huh?
So I never thought about it like that.
He had made us kings and priests. And if we don't understand our position of authority that he has given us, and when Jesus told the disciples, if you speak to this mountain, be you removed and fled in the sea, he said, and shall not doubt, it will obey you. Why? Because you have dominion and authority over the earth, and everything in the earth is supposed to obey your voice.
Yes.
Let me rephrase that. Everything in heaven and earth. Because you have the ability to call angels out of heaven into the earth realm.
Heeding the voice of your word, yes.
Are y'all understanding? So we don't know who we are.
Well, that's it.
We don't know who we are. We don't understand our authority. We don't understand our position. Oh, everybody wants to be a prophet, but then no one wants to be a priest first. And the difference between a priest first and a prophet is the priest has to qualify himself for the presence.
Yes, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
He had to qualify himself to be in the presence of God. And being in the presence of God, God will give him a spoken rhema word in which he will prophesy back to the people of God. And when he comes out of the presence of God, the kingship anointing comes upon him, and now he has authority. He has a crown on his head which represents authority to speak as God to the people of God.